What's good, YouTube? I be back with another reaction video. This ain't no sports reaction, man. Like I said, we getting into other things. I don't know. I just like little videos like this because, like, I like animal. I like a lot of shit, like animal fights, animal videos, and shit like that. So, like, I just like a lot of weird shit too. So at the same time, but we about to react to. That was just random as fuck too, but. We about to react to New York versus Los Angeles. What city is the best? LA. It's crazy because New York, my favorite city on the East Coast, but on the West Coast is LA. But I don't like the cold though. So, but New York, I still love New York. Like, I love New York. That's just give me a different feel when I'm out there. And LA do too, but LA got that good ass weather and shit. So it's, I don't know, I'm torn between the two. I don't know which city really better for. I can't really choose. But people that been to both, people that live in New York, people that live in LA, make sure y'all tap in, man. Drop y'all comments, man, because I'm pretty sure y'all done been to both. I'm pretty sure a lot of people done been to New York City and Los Angeles. So yeah, I want to see how y'all feel about it, but I'm torn, man. So don't ask me. I really don't know. But we trying to get the channel to 10K subs. I just hit 5,000 subs, so make sure you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, so they can push this video out. Drop a comment, hit that subscribe button as well. We trying to get to 10K, and let's get it.
East Coast versus West Coast, Atlantic versus Pacific, the Big Apple versus the City of Angels. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and in this installment of Versus, we're pitting New York against Los Angeles to see which U.S. metropolis comes out on top.
California, here we come, right back where we started from.
Round 1, Economy and Real Estate. What started as a Native American settlement and eventually became a trading post for Dutch settlers is now the largest city in the United States. As a global hub for commerce, business, and trade, New York City has few equals. With a notable infrastructure, banks galore, and New York Harbor encouraging trade in the city, business and finance-minded people gather in Manhattan. Located within the financial district, Lower Manhattan's 8-block run of road known as Wall Street is not only a national, but also a global financial center, containing both the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange.
Delia, I ask you, how can this apartment be $2,800 a month? I pay $750 for something that's twice the size, and it don't smell like takeout.
You have a rent-controlled apartment? I suggest you stay there.
But not only is New York a financial hub, the city is also home to some of the world's priciest real estate, meaning rent, on the whole, is astronomical.
Thanks.
As of roughly 2014, your average New Yorker paying $1,300 a month in rent would likely barely get a ground-floor studio apartment, and forget about a view of the park.
There was a moment of sheer panic.
That's tough.
When I realized that Paul's
LA expensive
apartment
too, though.
overlooks the park. And it's obviously more expensive than mine.
Then we have Los Angeles, a
Capitol
city
Records.
once part of Spain and later Mexico, which ultimately joined the U.S. in 1848. The home of Hollywood and the center of the world's
love
English
LA, man,
language
so
film
much.
industry.
Oh my God,
La La
bro.
Land's main business is show business. But while the travel, showbiz, manufacturing, and tech industries are still going strong, the rest of the city's growth has stagnated since the 1960s. On the plus side, however, rent in LA is far more affordable than in NYC. Although U.S. Census data reveals that LA's median rent rose 55% between 1980 and 2014, you can still expect to rent a nice one-bedroom with hardwood floors, parking, and on-site laundry for $1,300 a month. While the West Coast is the best coast when it comes to relatively affordable rent, there's no beating the city that never sleeps for business. For that reason, round 1 goes to NYC. Winner, New York.
You said you had a view,
New York
not
1-0.
a view, and this breeze, it's like there's even different air up here.
Round 2, nature and climate. Do you like freezing through winter, melting through summer, and breaking out the leather jacket in spring and fall? Located in the Northeast United States, New York City's 5 boroughs experience 4 distinct seasons, with average January temperatures lingering around freezing, and average heat in July hovering in the high 70s. Most residents find life in the city unbearable in the summer, and if they can, they escape to the Hamptons on weekends to beat the heat.
And besides, the city's completely dead during August.
That's because everyone's in the Hamptons.
We're stuck in traffic trying to get there.
The most outdoorsy thing to do in Manhattan proper is a walk around one of the many green spaces. Or if it's wintertime, try ice skating at Rockefeller Plaza. Los Angeles, on the other hand, is the land of perpetual summer. Like NYC, January is the coldest month, while July is the warmest. But that translates to a more pleasant range from the mid-50s to the low 70s. Plus, only about
I can deal with
35
that. I
days
hate
of
the
the
cold.
year get enough precipitation
Ohio,
to even
cold as
mention.
fuck.
Angelinos really only need to worry about earthquakes when it comes to natural phenomena. Unfortunately, that practically rain-free climate, as well as LA's dependence on cars, leads to smog. Los Angeles' smog season lasts from May to October, coinciding with the region's dry period. That dryness commonly leads to forest fires as well. On the plus side, that agreeable weather allows residents and visitors alike to partake in such nature-based activities as nearby whale watching, hikes in the Hollywood Hills, trips to Griffith Park, bike tours, surfing, and more. Also, it's just 2 hours from Big Bear if skiing's more your speed. As much as we love a white Christmas, it's nice to wear jeans and a t-shirt year-round. So we've got to award Los Angeles with the win in round 2. Winner, Los Angeles.
Okay.
Hey, and if it doesn't work out, we can always move back to Queens with Ma, right?
1-1.
I don't want to go back to Queens, bro. I'll handle it.
I wonder who's gonna win though.
Round 3, professional sports.
Where are you Giants?
LA all day.
We're from New York.
LA all day. Pro sports.
The New York Giants.
With at least 2 teams in each of the 4 major sports leagues,
Facts.
NYC is in a league of its own when it comes to sports cities.
True.
The Mets need speed. The Mets need power. The Mets need
I'm just an
pitching.
LA bias. You know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying? Y'all see
thinking
the
about
shit behind me.
Although
I'm
the
not
Mets
biased.
have many fervent fans,
But we got
Major
the
League
Lakers.
Baseball's Yankees are one of the most storied and successful teams in any sport.
Lakers
with
too?
27 World Series titles and Hall of Famers like Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, and Yogi Berra rounding out the team's dream lineup. The NBA's Knicks call Madison Square Garden home, while the Nets make their home in Brooklyn. For football fans, the Jets-Giants rivalry dates back decades. For hockey fans, the Rangers, Islanders, and New Jersey Devils have 11 Stanley Cups between them. And for soccer fans, MLS clubs like the Red Bulls and New York City FC show residents what they've been missing. Meanwhile, some 2,700 miles away, Los Angeles brings on the competition. Once a staple of the New York baseball scene, the LA Dodgers share a rivalry not only with their friends down the freeway, the Angels of Anaheim, but also with the dreaded Yankees. The Clippers are known as LA's other NBA team, and that's because the Lakers are the city's most successful franchise in any sport, with the likes of Shaq and Kobe, Magic, and more donning the gold and purple over the years. The NFL's Rams have once again called Los Angeles home since 2016. Hockey fans have both the Kings
I ain't
and
no
the
LA
Anaheim
Kings fan,
Ducks to
though.
root for, and the LA Galaxy is one of the most decorated teams in Major League Soccer. They even enticed David Beckham out of Europe for a few seasons. LA remains competitive, but this category is pretty much no contest. Choosing New York and its successful celebrated franchises is a slam dunk, home run, and a touchdown. Winner, New York. Round 4, quality of life.
You got an ad coming up.
So crowded.
Got an ad coming up. What y'all think, man? New York winning? What y'all think?
Look around. I'm from LA. Okay, I like my open spaces.
What are you, a gazelle?
Let's talk stereotypes. In NYC, perpetually stressed and grumpy citizens rush around on that hamster wheel we call the rat race,
I'll give you a New York minute. That's 7 seconds.
looking down at the sidewalk, yelling at cabbies, or shoving their way onto a subway car.
My cab. That's my cab. That's my cab.
But not one of them can imagine ever leaving Gotham for all the money on Wall Street.
I haven't left Manhattan in 10 years.
And you're proud of that?
Everything you want is right here. Culture, food, the park, cabs at 3 a.m. Why leave?
In LA, everyone's a transplant from somewhere else, on their way to becoming a star.
I need to move to LA and get a job at a record label and start paying my dues.
And they all drive everywhere, resulting in traffic jams always. Those people who make their home in LA are known for being nice and laid back to a fault. But they're also sorta airheads who are very conscious about health and physical appearances.
True.
Oh,
Facts.
welcome so 90s, Johnny. It's all about flexibility, don't you think?
No, I don't.
For better or for worse.
The sheer amount of talent in this town, any given time, mind-boggling.
Each of these descriptions is a stereotype, but there are kernels of truth in there. New York's pace is much faster than LA's, yes, but the idea of the sardonic, stressed-out New Yorker is a thing of the past. Mostly.
Being miserable
seem like they
and
stay
treating
stressed
other
out.
people like dirt is every New Yorker's God-given right.
And not everyone in LA is health conscious, but you will see a lot of egg white omelets on the breakfast menu.
Listen, we'll get some coffee in you before the interview. You'll be fine. I'm sorry, not coffee. Some green tea, soy, organic, hemp bullshit.
Actually, if you really want to understand the difference between NYC and LA, just think of their famous foods. New York's got coffee, cheesecake, bagels,
Pizza.
street food, and pastrami on rye. Los Angeles has smoothies, salads, and lots of local ingredients, with
Facts.
some Latino influences and food fusions thrown in for good measure. What's more, the nightlife scene in these cities could also not be more different.
So I guess that decides it. Yep. Hanging out at a coffee place, not nearly as much fun as hanging out at a bar.
In New York, bars close at 4, happy hour's the place to be, and there's a bar for every mood, genre, and culture. If you don't like where you are, just walk a few feet into the next bar and see if it suits you better.
Get out of our booth.
Meanwhile, bars
We got
close at
another
2.
ad. We got another ad, y'all. We got another ad. It's a good ass video though. Great ass video.
I'm in LA. And if you're not having a good time, you're kinda stuck, because the next closest bar is not nearby. While clubs are definitely more happening than the bar scene, parties and after parties are really where it's at.
Say after party, Vinny Chase's hotel room!
While we can appreciate the New York attitude, we have to respect that Angelinos know how to take care of themselves. Sorry if this just pisses you off further, New Yorkers, but round 4 goes to LA. Winner, Los Angeles.
What do you think you're better than
Well, it's about to come down to the last round.
Round 5, culture and landmarks.
Here it is, heart of New York City, Times Square, named for the good times you have when you're in it.
Whether you're dying to see world-famous pieces of art or want to experience an up-and-coming artist, whether you want to visit a world-class library or see a quaint bookshop, whether you want to take in a show on Broadway or at Radio City Music Hall, New York can offer you that and so much more. Of course, visitors to the Big Apple seek more off-the-beaten-path experiences than visits to the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, and Grand Central Terminal, although those are all worthwhile. Scope out some street art, head to Brooklyn Flea for fab vintage finds, or learn more about the city's immigration history at the Tenement Museum. If you're interested in some live entertainment, check out some burlesque, a drag show, or some immersion theater. But when in doubt, just get to know some of the many unique New York neighborhoods, like Chelsea, Hell's Kitchen, the East Village, Soho, or Tribeca. Tourists flock to LA for all things celebrity. Studio tours, tours of the stars' homes, glimpses of stars as they dine, visits to favorite stars' resting places. But if you only followed the Hollywood Walk of Fame or headed to Disneyland, you'd miss out on some unique experiences. The Last Bookstore is a treat for ardent bibliophiles. The Museum of Death, while morbid, offers a fascinating assortment of info on serial killers. Try thinking fourth dimensionally at
There's a lot of shit to do out there.
which markets itself as a convenience store for time travelers. Take a first-hand look at history by traveling through the tunnels beneath LA that were used during Prohibition.
In downtown Los Angeles, there's a tunnel under the Staples Center that takes disappointed Lakers fans to a bar showing a Clippers game.
Or just drive through the mountains to marvel at the scenery. While
Facts.
LA is home to the happiest place on earth, it's hard to beat the breadth of culture one can experience in a city like New York. Hey, what can we say except we heart NY? Winner, New York. By a
Number
score
one.
of 3-2, New York proves why its nickname is the city. While LA certainly put up a good fight, even the City of Angels couldn't beat the center of the universe.
What
Do
y'all
you
think?
agree with our choice?
I have to be honest, with your attitude and price limitations, I think you should consider Weehawken.
Don't forget to battle it out in the comments. And for more patriotic versus battles, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You ever tried shawarma? There's a shawarma joint about 2 blocks from here. I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.
That was a good ass video, man. What y'all think, man? All my people that's from LA, man, tap in. All my people that's from New York, tap in, man. Drop y'all comments, man. Even if you're not from there, I'm from Ohio, man. But I can't choose, man. Like I said, them 2 of my favorite cities. Chicago as well. I like Chicago, LA, New York. I like Dallas, New Orleans. Like, I don't know, I got a lot of cities that I like for real, but them 2 my favorite though for sure. But make sure y'all tap in. I ain't gonna talk y'all ears off. We about to wrap this video up. Y'all stay safe, stay tuned. Oh yeah, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop comments. Y'all stay safe, stay tuned, and we out.